Hello friends, welcome to See Astrology and my name is Rajesh Babbar. Today we will discuss about techniques of Nadi. There are a lot of ways when you see a chart you can predict a lot of events in that chart. But today we will learn about simple methods, how to predict when you see a chart, what planets you need to take into consideration, how you need to join those planets and give your client a beautiful prediction. So this all I will cover in this class. So let's begin our class. Before I begin my class, I pray to Lord Ganesha and Lord Shanidev to help us learn this divine knowledge. So welcome friends to See Astrology, Techniques of Nadi. Nadi is a very wonderful subject. When you do Nadi readings, Bhrigu Nandi Naadi readings, we take Jupiter into consideration. First of all, when a client comes to you, if he is a male, you need to focus on Jupiter. Where Jupiter is placed in his Rashi chart, that would be the characteristic of the native. For example, Jupiter is placed in Leo, Simha Rashi. That means the characteristics of that native will truly match with Simha Rashi. Second, you need to see the planets who are aspecting the Jupiter. Third, you need to see the planets which are in trine to Jupiter. Combining the significance of all the planets who are related to Jupiter, you can easily predict about the characteristic of the native. Same way in a female chart, you have to analyze Venus, the placement of Venus in a particular sign, the planets who are aspecting Venus, the planets who are in trine to Venus will easily give you the snapshot method to predict the characteristic of the native. But one thing you need to remember always, when Jupiter is placed in any sign, that would be the main characteristic of the native. For example, Jupiter is in Aries, that means this person is very aggressive. So whatever are the qualities of Aries sign, that will come into the native. So straight away we will jump to our prediction part. So today I am going to teach you about snapshot predictions, how you can make snapshot predictions to Nadi. So let's start. If you analyze a male chart and let's say moon is placed here and in progression, because in the Nadi we don't use transits, we use transits, but in that there are certain rules we need to follow. But today I am not using transit, I am only using progression. So while progressing, Saturn comes here in 4th house, and in the same chart if moon is placed here, I am just taking example, I am not taking moon in the 1st house or Saturn in the 4th house. This is just to explain you the concept. So Saturn is the karaka for profession, moon is the karaka for change of place. So at this period of his life, whatever would be the age of the native, that we can easily calculate through Jupiter, or you can calculate through date of birth the native provides you. So at that particular period, native will move to another city for his profession, because Saturn is profession, moon is change. So when moon comes in 10th from Saturn, from the progression Saturn, you can easily predict that in that particular age he will move to a different city for profession, to search a new profession or to start a new job. Anything you can easily predict. The same combination, if any native comes to you and he has this combination in his chart, that Saturn has moon in 10th house, you can easily predict the same prediction I have given. One day he will move to another city for work purpose, and that depends upon the other planets whether he will stay there or come back. That is a different scenario, but easily you can predict these kinds of events when you see a chart. Now another prediction a snapshot way to predict. Let's say moon is placed here, and in any chart you see Rahu ahead of moon. That means moon is your mother, Rahu is the planet of fraud, Rahu is the planet of illusion, Rahu destroys everything. In some cases he gives also something, but this is a case if it's a male chart. Moon is the mother of the native and second house is the money of his mother. So that means in previous birth he had a curse from his mother because he wrenched his mother's money. A malefic planet placed in second house to moon gives this kind of dosha in the chart, and that native 100% he will have trouble in savings money, or he will have lot of financial problems in his life until and unless he performs the remedies for that. So this is a snapshot way to find any particular chart. If you find this yoga, if moon has Rahu ahead, or moon has Ketu ahead, or moon has Mars ahead, or moon has Saturn ahead, or moon has two planets, means or Saturn or Mars, Saturn or Ketu, Saturn or Rahu, any of the planets can come in front of moon, then you can easily predict that this male native will destroy her mother's money. So you have to be very cautious when you predict these kinds of charts. Let's say in another example I will take Venus, and if it is a female chart, if Venus has Sun and Mars, this combination has to be carefully analyzed. If Venus has Sun and Mars together in second house from him, that means this native will fall sick, because Sun and Mars are fiery planets and Venus is the Jiva Karka for female body, Karka for her body. So when fire comes in front of you, definitely you will fall sick or you will have problem. The same scenario if you see in a male chart, if Venus has Sun and Mars ahead in a male chart, you can easily predict that the wife of this native will definitely have health issues. So these are few beautiful combinations, and with this you can easily predict lot of predictions. There are thousands and hundreds of these types of combination. In any chart, if you see Mars has Ketu ahead, Ketu must be in the second house to Mars, then you can easily predict that younger brother of this particular native, either it's a male chart or a female chart, it doesn't matter, the younger brother Mars when has Ketu ahead, it's a snapshot prediction that he will follow lot of religious institutions, or he will become a pandit because Ketu is a spiritual planet, or he will love to recite mantras. Any person who is having Ketu in second house to Mars, he will love to recite mantras. This is a very snapshot prediction. Any person who is having this combination, either Mars has Rahu behind him or Mars has Rahu in front of him, in both the cases you can easily predict that Rahu is the destroyer of something. Rahu is the destroying planet. Mars is the Karaka for land and property in Nadi Jyotish. So this means one day this person will destroy his land, or in other words you can easily predict he will sell off his lands due to some court case or some kind of litigation. Rahu and Mars, they always give some kind of humiliation from police or government. So these are the snapshot methods you can easily predict. Then in any chart, if you find Jupiter and Ketu together in any chart, this means that this native one day he will travel to a pilgrimage center, or he will travel for dip in a holy water. Jupiter and Ketu combination indicates this, and that you can easily predict according to the progression of Jupiter or progression of Saturn. Any person having Saturn and Ketu combination, this means Saturn is the Karaka for profession, Ketu is Karaka for problem, Ketu is obstruction, Ketu is called chain in Nadi Jyotish. So the profession of this native will never succeed. He will always have problems in his profession, because Ketu is causing obstruction for Saturn to move ahead and work in a professional area. So until and unless you perform the remedies for Ketu, this thing will definitely give you lot of trouble in your life. In any chart, if you see this combination, Sun has Moon ahead, then you can easily predict that after the birth of this boy or this girl, father got transferred to another city. Sun is the Karaka for father, Moon is the Karaka for change of place. So when you see this chart, you can easily predict that after the birth of this child, this event happened in your life. Second prediction you can make, Sun is father, Moon is a very emotional person. So father can be a very emotional person. Moon is the planet of travel, Sun is father. So father likes to travel a lot. So there are a lot of predictions. Moon is called change of mood, and Sun is your father, and Sun ahead of Sun, when Sun has Moon ahead, father will have lot of changes in his moods, lot of mood swings, you can easily say. So there are hundreds of predictions like this. When you see a chart, you can easily predict. One more prediction we will try to analyze. If Venus has Sun ahead, you can easily predict if it's a male chart and if he is married, that after your marriage there was a lot of development in the family. Venus is the planet for wife in a male chart, Sun is the planet of development. So easily you can say that after your marriage there was a lot of development in the family. Or Venus is wife, Sun is government. Wife can be a government servant. Wife can be from a royal family, because second house to Venus indicates wife's family, and Sun place there indicates she belongs to a royal family. So in this way, lot of predictions can be done. There are lot of predictions, lot of combinations you can easily predict. And one more combination I will add here before I end this session. If Jupiter has Mars ahead in the second house, from Jupiter there is Mars, there are a lot of predictions with this combination you can make. First prediction, Jupiter is the native in question, Mars is the planet for loans. So when second house has Mars, then you can easily predict this native will take lot of loans in his life. Mars is the Karaka for younger brother, Jupiter is the Jiva Karaka. You can easily say that after the birth of this child, after few years, maybe 1 year or 2 years, his younger brother came into existence. Third, Mars is the planet of aggression, and from Jupiter second house is the house of speech. That means this native has very aggressive speech. Mars is the planet of eating something spicy. So when Jupiter has Mars ahead, you can easily predict this person likes to eat spicy food. Then you can analyze in which Rashi the Mars is placed. That will give you a finer prediction. Then you can narrow down the predictions. If it is a watery sign, then prediction will be different. If it is a fiery sign, then prediction will be different. But these are the snapshot predictions in any chart. If you find this combination, Mars is not here, just forget Mars for the time being. When Jupiter has Saturn in the 7th house and they both are aspecting each other, then it gives a very respectable profession to the native, because Jupiter in the Nadi is called respect, Saturn is profession. So the person will have a very respectable post. In the same way, if Jupiter has Mercury in the 7th house, then you can easily predict that this native will work in a very rich concern or in a rich industry. So there are a lot of predictions. This we will cover in coming classes, and I will stop the session here. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.